it's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with why Germans are so easy to love. Before we dive into this, I need you guys to dive into that subscribe button, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Shoo, man, I talk back. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. What do we got?
Guten Tag, ich bin die Sister Lawrence und ich gehe zum Rewe. Or Railway is what they call it, and that's a grocery store. I'm just gonna butcher this. Let's see. Hello, my name is Hans, and I love English. That was so bad. I can just tell you right now, that was so not accurate. I did my best.
What I actually meant was to do one in your best attempt at a German accent in German.
In German?
Yeah, sorry. I'm glad you did one in English though.
Even better. Oh man. There you go, bloopers. Okay, so ich bin die Sister Lawrence und ich komme aus Utah und ich tanze gern. Yeah.
That didn't sound too bad. That didn't sound too bad to me, but I don't speak German, so it could be really bad.
Ich tanze gern. Yeah. There's your German accent. You know, this might be strange, but when you visit Germany, go to their cemeteries. They're beautiful because yes, it's a cemetery, but it's like they treat it like a garden. And there's flowers everywhere, there's beautiful trees. It's really peaceful and a very beautiful place to go and think or to enjoy and look at the headstones that are there, the history that's there. And I feel like it's a unique perspective on a culture that you don't really think about, how they take care of the ones that have passed on. And I really loved that part about Germany. Something that I just fell in love with the minute I got there was how green Germany was. I loved just how many trees were everywhere and just the forest and the rain and everything about the nature and the beauty of Germany. I loved it so much. I think the main...
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. I definitely love that the cemetery is a place that's well taken care of, and it's kind of treated like a garden. It's a quiet and peaceful place, but it's also very beautiful, as well as all the nature and everything. I love seeing nature. In my small town, there's not much nature in my small town in Texas, and so when I'm able to go somewhere and just see nature, like mountains or lots of trees or just something different, I think it's really awesome.
The nature and the beauty of Germany, I loved it so much. I think the main thing that kind of stuck with me as far as a tradition or a mannerism is they eat properly. They know how to use their utensils and they use them well. And so, you use the fork and you use the knife and you use the spoon and they're all used. Whereas I feel like in the US, us Americans, we just kind of stick with our fork and maybe our knife or our spoon. And we don't use the three interchangeably. But there really is an art to eating food and using the cutlery that you're given. And I think also they're very proper in the way that they hold themselves, in the way that they communicate with each other, and you just kind of have to be more well-mannered, I think, is the expectation. Okay. Just to have that cultured side of you, because they are a very cultured people, and so having class, being a classy person, knowing the basic rules of etiquette really helps someone thrive in Germany.
Okay, she ain't lying about it. Hey, we gonna pick a spoon or a fork. Most of the time. Sometimes you will use both if it's just completely necessary. But most of the time, spoon or fork. Pick one. Know what I'm saying? But never a spoon and a fork. And I wouldn't say that we eat properly with proper etiquette. I wouldn't say I don't. At least I know for me personally, I definitely don't eat with proper etiquette, and my manners may not be all the way there. I'm very respectful, but my manners may not be all the way there. Keep it going.
Etiquette really helps someone thrive in Germany. You should all do Christmas in Germany at least one time in your life. It's so famous. It's so beautiful there. You can get all sorts of different fun foods, like bratwurst. That's not how you say it, but for English sake, you can get bratwurst there. You can get like this Kinderpunsch, which is super good. But also, depending on the ones you go to, they're just so magical how they decorate it, the music that's playing, even when it's freezing outside. Just everything about it is so Christmas and so happy. You just feel very immersed in the German culture. The Germans live for this time of year. And that's another great way to see who these people are, what makes them who they are. Because even the booths that you go around for Christmas, these Christmas markets, they're selling these trinkets and these things that they've made and that are famous and that make Germany Germany. And it was one of the best times of year in Germany. You know, I think you're...
So I definitely got to get out there for Christmas then. Definitely got to get out there and experience Christmas time. I love how she explains it so well, and you can tell, like, she definitely means everything she's saying, like, about Germany being out there. And you can tell she absolutely loves it out there. She absolutely loves it.
It was one of the best times of year in Germany. You know, I think your stereotypical view of Europe is, like, the ancient architecture everywhere and the cobblestone streets. And that's certainly a huge part of Germany. But also, they have a lot of modern architecture, which I wasn't expecting. And I was just like, oh, interesting. Like, definitely changed what I thought about Europe, but also helped me to get a more three-dimensional view of what Europe really is as a culture, as a people. I really liked how great of a host Germans were. Anytime you came to their home and were visiting them, they made sure that you had water, and they made sure that you, maybe if they had like biscuits or something to feed you with, they would give you that to you. Their hospitality is incredible. And they really are people that want to make a difference for good in the world. And I saw that every day with people helping to get those in wheelchairs or unable to like get on the bus by themselves. They would go out of their way to help these people to get where they need to go, and they would serve in their own way. And I saw that, and I loved that they really that's really what they want at the end of it all. They want to make a difference in the world, and they want to leave it better than they found it. And you can see that in every aspect of their culture. Well, I'm taking a German...
That's incredible. That's beautiful. For those that know what I'm saying, want to be of service to others, want to help others as much as possible, want to do as much good as possible. Those are the people that really make the world a better place. Absolutely love that. You know what I'm saying? In the U.S., we do got Southern hospitality. We'll get you some biscuits, you know. But wait, no, we'll treat you very nicely. But in the southern parts, at least, I haven't been to much northern parts. I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is deep. But I love that. Germans, you can hear the sense of community she's talking about, and just looking out for others, trying to help and take care of others who may be less able to take care of themselves. Just going out of their way to help their neighbor. That's special.
And you can see that in every aspect of their culture. Well, I'm taking a German history class in German right now. And that's really interesting. We've only gotten to the Middle Ages. So really that's a lot of history, but at the same time, it's like just touching the surface of German history. But it's really interesting to see how Germany really was a big part of shaping Europe as a whole, culturally and everything. And it's very interesting to know that the German kings, when they were Germanic tribes, they were the ones that partnered up with the Pope and reestablished the Holy Roman Empire. And it was through Germany that was kind of resurrected.
Wow.
They really take pride in their country, and they always have, ever since they were Germanic tribes, not even a nation. They loved to unite each other and support each other and defend each other in their tribes, and then later as a culture. It's where knights came from. It's where castles came from. It's where all the fairy tales came from. Grimm's fairy tales, they came from Germany, and you can see that's so evident in Germany, and it's very cool. My first area that I...
So Germany is where the knights and the castles and all of that came from? I literally never knew that. I would have never known that.
So evident
That's
in Germany,
crazy.
and it's very
That's
cool.
Awesome.
My first area that I was in the summer was Darmstadt, and we would always go finding in the main square, and they had gelato shops there. And so my companion and I were so hot all the time, so we'd just go get ice cream and have like a 10-minute break from like talking to people and just eat this ice cream. So that was the best. I loved gelato. But then during like the winter, I would go to the bakeries more, and there was this one bakery in a train station in my other area, Hom, and I would always get, they were like these rolls, but they had like chocolate chips in them, and I thought that like nothing was better. It was so good. That, or I had a Nutella filled croissant, and that was magical too. So I love the food there. It was so yummy.
Yeah, I need to try some of this. She getting me hungry. See, my mouth's starting to water a little bit. A Nutella filled croissant, a roll with chocolate chips. Oh, I gotta hit up the bakeries.
That was magical too. So I love the food there. It was so yummy. Mostly the sweets. I really didn't have anything like super wild. I'd say the craziest thing I had though was some African food. Fufu, that's what it was. It was fufu. Yeah, that was strange. I just can't do things that are like slimy in texture.
Yeah,
and so I was like just swallowing this like lump of dough whole, and I'm just like, oh, okay. But it was a fun experience. This might sound really strange, but I loved how straight up Germans are. Like, when you ask them if they're interested in the gospel, for example, they just say no straight up, and they don't waste your time. And I just appreciate how upfront they are, not just about religion, but also just about anything. If they're not interested in it, they're going to tell you. But if they are genuinely interested, they're going to take the time to listen and understand where you're coming from. And so I really appreciated that about the culture from the minute I got there. I love how into the arts they are, and how they support it, they thrive on it. They support their museums and their opera houses, for example, and they just love the arts, and I feel like they've kept that love for decades upon hundreds of years, and you can feel that, just the ancientness of the art and how it all came from this area, and they love it. And I loved it too, especially me being an artsy person. I thought that was so cool. So my companion and I are heading home, and this guy comes up to us, and he's holding, I believe it was like a vodka bottle, and I just knew. I was like, he's drunk. He's so drunk. But he starts speaking to us in English, and I was like, he's an American, and he's drunk. And we just started talking to him, and he's just like, oh, I know you guys. You're the missionaries. You're the polygamists. And we're like, no, we're not polygamists. Like, we're from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day.
I'm not sure what polygamist means. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What is a polygamist?
No, we're not polygamists. Like, we're from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And he's just like, oh, like, I met with you guys once, and we're like, that's really cool. And then he was just like, I don't know, kept talking to us, and I can't even remember what all he was saying, but we were just like, all right, well, we need to go now. And so the light turns green for us to cross, and I start pulling my companion away, and he's like, don't run away from me, roar! And we're just like, we're not! And we're just like, run! And he left us alone after that, but definitely drunk, and that was a very interesting experience. Deutschland, ich habe für dich so viel lieb. Ich bin sehr dankbar für alles, was ich da gelernt habe, was ich von euch gelernt habe. Sie sind alle so wunderbar, so treu und ehrlich, und sie haben mir verändert. Ich bin ein neues Mensch. Und
I'm completely lost at this part, guys. I have no idea what she said. But if you are a German subscriber and you do understand, I'll finish it up for you guys.
Ich bin ein neues Mensch. Und ich liebe sie und ihre Kultur und ihre Sprache und ihre Geschichte. Es gibt so viel, das ich durch mein Leben lang will ich lernen, und ich bin sehr dankbar für die Beziehungen, die ich gebaut habe, und also danke sehr für die Zeit, die ich gehabt habe, und ich hoffe, dass ich euch alle wiedersehen dürfen.
Shout out Germany. You definitely heard a lot of great things about Germany in this video. Them being straight up, them going out of their way to take care of others. We already know about the incredible bakeries they have. Heard about some gelato. Just the awesome people. Just a country full of amazing people. That's all we got for this one. If you guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon are all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.